Hello everyone, welcome to another video of mine. It's Kamala Blay, and this is another Chelsea video of mine where I'll be discussing all the latest Chelsea news surrounding Chelsea in the past 24 hours. And there is some developments on the managerial situation. Now, in yesterday's video, I discussed Thomas Tuchel. It wasn't really a Chelsea news transfer daily video. There hasn't been much news on the manager situation. I'll be delving into as to why is that. But I was going into more tactics, analysing Thomas Tuchel, the type of manager that he is, what he would bring to Chelsea, how it would fit Chelsea, the formations, the tactics that he will deploy. So really delving into the tactics. So if you haven't checked it out, go and check it out. It was yesterday's video. But today I'm delivering a Chelsea news video, and it is regarding Frank Lampard. This video will be solely based on Frank Lampard. And breaking news from none other than Fabrizio Romano himself, one of the most reliable journalists and reporters in the football world. Now, he's basically said short, long story short, is that Frank Lampard will not be sacked anytime soon. This I kind of expected. Everyone knows my thoughts, opinions on the Frank Lampard situation. And before I delve into news quickly, let me explain this, right? Now, a lot of you that are watching this channel will know that I am Lampard out. I have been since the Arsenal game. Now, it's not just one game that's made me Lampard out. It's the accumulation of poor performances, the accumulation of bad results, the fact that there's no progression. I've already stated my reasons for that. But for me, the Arsenal game was just the final straw. That was a nail in the coffin. Now, what I'm going to say is, anyone that's Lampard in that's watching this video, I have total respect for you. I'm not going to abuse you. I'm not going to judge you. Everyone is entitled to an opinion. Just like how I'm Lampard out, I've got some mates who are Lampard in. I respect their opinion. We have debates. That's the whole point of this channel, is to interact with fans. Anyone that's Lampard in, leave me your reasons as to why you're Lampard in, and we'll have a nice debate. That's what we're here for, to debate with Chelsea. And for me, it's a case of I'm Lampard out. I've already stated my reasons. If you're Lampard in, we can have a nice, proper debate in the comment section, interact with each other. But at the same time, I say this for both sides, is we have both sides that abuse each other. It's too toxic, especially on Twitter, where you have Lampard out fans abusing Lampard in fans and vice versa. This needs to stop. We all want what's best for Chelsea, but we have different perspectives on it. For me, I'm Lampard out. Now, anyway, getting on to news. Basically, he won't be sacked anytime soon. Reported by Fabrizio Romano, Sky, and the rest of the boardroom staff have full faith and full backing of Frank Lampard, including Roman Abramovich himself. Now, again, I'm not surprised by this whatsoever. Now, delving into exactly what he said, we know Fabrizio Romano, one of the most reliable journalists. He has his own podcast, Here We Go podcast. He was essentially stating that Chelsea will stick with Frank Lampard and are not looking to change the manager right now. There has been no contact with any other managers, but the board want to see drastic improvements on the pitch. Now, for me, there's a key point here. There's a very key point here, and I'm going to give my honest opinion on this. Now, again, as I said, Fabrizio Romano is very reliable, so take this 100% legit. Now, I'm not surprised by this. I'm not. And the reason why I'm not surprised by this is because, let's be serious now, we gave him £250 million in the summer window to spend. We spent this much money. And there are some problems with Lampard. The injuries have not helped him. The lack of pre-season, the coronavirus situation, the fact he's a club legend. He's got so many excuses and so many things that are going in his favour. Hence why he will naturally get more time. And let's be serious, top 4 is still well in reach. And we're only 9 points off the top of the table. So of course, when it comes to the result side and the point side, we're still in all 3 competitions. I never saw this sacking taking place. I never did. For me, I don't think he's the right man. And I'll give you a brief reason as to why he's not the right man. I've already delved into a lot of details of why he's not the right man. But I'll be given a brief reason. Now, again, he won't be sacked anytime soon, as they've stated, because of all those reasons I've just stated. Like I said, he's still within the reach of the top 4. And again, he's signed all these players. And he's been given and handed a project. So naturally, he's going to be given a lot of time. Now, take this with a pinch of salt. I'm still a bit cautious about this, and especially that final sentence in that paragraph. But the board want to see improvements on the pitch. See, that's a very key point that you guys need to take note of here. Now, let's say hypothetically, we head into the next 3 or 4 games, and we lose. Yeah, we comfortably lose. And now top 4 is looking very tight at this stage. We're nearly halfway through the season. The Christmas period is a very, very difficult time. I could easily see the board taking action. No joke, I can easily see the board taking action. Why wouldn't they? Top 4 is pivotal for the Champions League money, especially in the pandemic that we're in. Clubs are desperate for money. The amount of wages that we're playing, because of the amount of players we've got on the cards, we need finances, and we are desperate for Champions League football. So as soon as Champions League football is looking out of reach, as soon as it's mathematically impossible, I 100% am certain that Roman and the rest of the boardroom staff will pull the trigger, either without a shadow of a doubt. So for me, take this with a pinch of salt. You could also say the same with City. We got City on Sunday, depending on the the coronavirus situation. I assure you right now, if we do not beat City, the pressure will mount on Lampard. 100%, without a shadow of a doubt, because if you lose your next consecutive 3 or 4 games, the pressure builds and builds and builds until his position becomes untenable. It will become untenable. It will reach a point where Roman will pull the trigger. Roman will have to take action. It is what it is. Look, for me, it's always a case of I've always removed sentiment from Lampard as a player and Lampard as a manager. I understood what he did as a player. For me, he's up there as our greatest ever legend. But when he took the job, he wasn't my first choice, but I thought, let's back him. And when I haven't seen progression, when I haven't seen identity, this is the issue I have with Lampard, and hence why I am Lampard out. Now, as I said, take this with a pinch of salt, what Fabrizio Romano has said on his podcast, because as I said, if results continue to steeply decline, you will see the club taking action. Yes, the club will support him now, but if results keep declining, then you will see them take action, because football, at the end of the day, is a results business. You have to put the club first. Club before anyone. No one is bigger than club. If it looks like top 4 is not achievable, if it looks like Champions League is not a possibility, you will see Chelsea pull the trigger without a shadow of a doubt. Then you'll see the likes of other managers being contacted for the job, other potential managers and staff, etc. But as I stressed, for me at this minute, his job is safe. Of course it's safe, but it's a situation where you kind of watch this space. It really is a situation where it's watch this space, because over the next few games it's really going to be interesting. At the minute, he has got pressure. No one can deny that. The fact that Fabrizio Romano has to come out and say that Frank Lampard will not be sacked soon means that he is under pressure, because otherwise he would not have to make that comment. He wouldn't. But the fact that he is making that comment means that Lampard is under some pressure, at least at the bare minimum, and he's feeling it. Because I could see it in the substitutions against Aston Villa. I could see in the tactical changes. They were so rigid. He wasn't bold enough. He wasn't brave enough like he used to be. It was very one-dimensional. That's the issue I have with Chelsea at the minute. Everything is one-dimensional. Everything is pass to the flanks, move to the flanks, cross, cross, cross. I don't see any ball progression. I don't see any line breaking. That Mount goal for the Chilwell, for the Giroud goal for the Chilwell cross, that line-breaking pass made by Mount, you need to see it more often. I don't see this enough. And this is the problem I have with Lampard is, yes, you can tell me that, we have an identity, but whatever this identity is, it's very inconsistent, because you have some performances like Sheffield United, like Leeds United, like Sevilla away, where we are scintillating the football we play. But then you have other performances like, Manchester United away from home, even though we drew 0-0, it was a very lethargic, poor performance. The Liverpool game at home, even the Brighton game away, the West Ham game, the Wolves, Everton game, the Arsenal game. Let's not even speak about the Arsenal game, where it was an absolute embarrassment. If results continue like this, I don't see how Lampard can ever keep his job. And this is me, speaking with honesty. This is me speaking the truth. As I said, I'm already Lampard out, and any of you guys are Lampard in, you feel free. You're entitled to an opinion. I'm up for a debate. Comment down below, why are you Lampard in? What do you see in Lampard that gives you the confidence to say, yes, he is a man to take us to the next level? Because, sincerely, I don't see him. I don't see him being the next level. I don't see Lampard winning us the Premier League. Not at this moment in time. As I stressed, maybe in 4 or 5 years' time. See, with Lampard, the issue I always had is he took the Chelsea job with his 2nd year of managerial experience, managerial career. For me, this is one of the biggest clubs in the world, the most elite-run clubs, right? You need to be giving this job to a world-class manager that's already proven himself. Lampard should have gone and proven himself, and in 4 or 5 years' time, once he's proven himself, he can come back with a track record, and then I would have faith in him winning us, one of the big trophies, i.e. Champions League, Premier League, etc. But at this moment in time, I generally don't see it. I don't, and it's worrying to say the least. Let's see. It's a massive game on Sunday against Man City. If it, of course, takes place, I think that's a must-win game. If we lose, the pressure is really going to build on Lampard. But as I said, his job for now is safe. But what do you guys think? Leave me your thoughts, opinions in the comment section below, and smash that subscribe button.